Question 30. Question 30 asks that which one of the following generally act as an antagonistic to gibberellin? Actually, we remember that abscisic acid usually act as or generally act as antagonistic to gibberellin. So abscisic acid, that is C, is correct answer. But what are the antagonistic effect of abscisic acid and gibberellin, that we should understand. So if we talk about ABA, abscisic acid and gibberellic acid, it is known that abscisic acid inhibit growth. They have an inhibitory effect. It inhibit growth, whereas gibberellic acid promote growth. It is a growth promoter. Second, abscisic acid promote dormancy of seed and bud, but gibberellic acid overcome dormancy and cause seed germination. Next, it causes a abscission of flower and fruit. It prevent abscission. Then promote leaf senescence. This promote leaf senescence and this prevent leaf senescence. This promote stomatal closure. This promote opening. This prevent amylase activity. It promote amylase activity, that is a synthesis of hydrolytic enzyme, due to which seed germination occur. So this many antagonistic effect is found between the abscisic acid and gibberellic acid. Because of this, the antagonistic of gibberellic acid generally is abscisic acid. So abscisic acid, option C, become the correct answer. Sorry, actually it is question 31, not question 30. So please be remember this is question 31. Question 32. Question 32 asks that choose the correct sentence. We have to select a correct sentence. Now statement 1 is given as the complete combustion of glucose which produces O2 and H2O. Complete combustion of glucose that produces O2 and H2O. Actually O2 is not produced, CO2 is produced. So from here also the statement is correct at the end product. Yield energy, most of which is given out as it's correct. So CO2, not O2, CO2 is produced, so it is incorrect statement. Statement 2 is given as the scheme of glycolysis was given by Gustav Emden, Otto Meyerhof and J. Parnas and is often referred as a EMP pathway. It is correct. Glycolysis also referred as EMP pathway. Third statement is given as in glycolysis ATP is utilized at 4 steps. It is incorrect. In glycolysis ATP use at 2 step occur, not at 4 step. It is incorrect. Fourth is given as in both lactic acid. Statement 4 says that in both lactic acid and alcoholic fermentation, not much energy is released. More than 7% of energy in glucose is released, and not all it is trapped as a high energy bonds of ATP. Actually, more less than 7% of energy trapped, not released. So it is incorrect statement. Fifth is given as for aerobic respiration to take place within the mitochondria, the final product of glycolysis, pyruvate, is transported from cytoplasm into the mitochondria. So it is correct. Pyruvate goes to the mitochondria and then Krebs cycle occurs. So third, second, and fifth are the correct sentences. So second and fifth, that is option D, become correct answer. Question 33. Question 33 asks that oxidation of 1 NADH2 yields. Oxidation of 1 NADH2 yields. So when oxidation of 1 NADH2 molecule occurs, it yields 3 ATP, whereas FADH2 give rise to 2 ATP. So in NADH2 oxidation 3 ATP, that is option C, become correct answer. Next is question 34. Question 34 asks that in which reaction NAD is not reduced to NADH2. The reaction in which NAD is not reduced to NADH2. So in which it is not reduced means where not NADH2 synthesis does not occur. So if we take option A is given as pyruvate to acetyl coenzyme A. In pyruvate to acetyl coenzyme A, dehydrogenation occur and NADH2 synthesis occurs. So here synthesis occurs. Option B, citric acid to alpha ketoglutaric acid, citric acid to alpha ketoglutaric acid, if you go there also synthesis occurs. C, malic acid to oxaloacetic acid, malate dehydrogenase enzyme works, and due to malate dehydrogenation H plus are released, which are accepted by NAD and converted into the NADH2. So here also conversion occurs. Section C, succinic acid to malic acid. Now in succinic acid to malic acid, succinate dehydrogenase enzyme works, and when succinate dehydrogenase enzyme works, it releases H plus. That H plus are received by FAD plus, and there is a formation of FADH2 occurs, not of NADH2. So it is a incorrect. Question 35. Question 35 asks that it helps in overcome apical dominance. The hormone which help in overcome apical dominance. So this antagonistic effect to oxygen is shown by cytokinin. So B is the correct answer. Next is question 36. It asks that which is a common in respiration and photosynthesis. Common in respiration and photosynthesis. Now if we talk about this, option A is given as oxidation occurring in case of respiration, not in photosynthesis. B is given as phytochrome are used in photosynthesis, not in respiration. Option C, cytochrome. Now cytochrome are used like cytochrome B6 and cytochrome F in photosynthesis, and cytochrome B, C1, C, A3 in case of respiration. So this is a correct, that cytochrome used in both photosynthesis and respiration. Option D, photosystem are used in photosynthesis only. So C become the correct answer. Next is question 37. Question 37 asks that aerobic respiration is called. Aerobic respiration is called. So aerobic respiration is a type of oxidation. So it is also known as biooxidation. So C is the correct answer. Next is question 38. Question 38 asks that which transfer electron in ATS? Which of the following transfer electron in ETS. Now if we go with the option A is given as phytochrome not involved in electron transport. B, F1 particle, it is synthesis involved. ATP synthesis not in electron transport. C is given as iron sulfur protein. This iron sulfur protein is involved in transfer of electron from NADH to ubiquinone. From NADH electron transport to iron sulfur and then to the ubiquinone. So iron sulfur, and it occur in mitochondria. So iron sulfur protein become the correct answer. And in question 38, option D is given as cytochrome. D is given as cytochrome. Now cytochrome are also involved in transfer of electron in case of ETS. So here C and D both can be answer, and both are the correct answer. Question 39. Question 39 asks that when a man enters a seed godown, the feeling is that of. So when a man enter seed godown, what happens? The seed stores, and because it stores the seeds produce CO2. Seed produce seed produce CO2 after anaerobic respiration. So this seed godown are rich in CO2, so it lead to the suffocation. So B is the correct answer. Question 40. Question 40 asks that ethylene is a. So question 40 asks that ethylene is a. As you know that it is a plant growth inhibitor as well as promoter, and it is a plant growth hormone, but its precursor, so it is a plant growth hormone. Its precursor is methionine. So plant growth hormone. So D become correct answer, that it is a hormone. Next is question 41. Question 41 asks that in which one of the following processes CO2 is not released? CO2 is not released. If we talk about option A, aerobic respiration plant, in aerobic respiration plant CO2 release decarboxylation step are there, so CO2 release occur, obvious. Option B, aerobic respiration in elements, obvious, there also CO2 release occurs. C, alcoholic fermentation, in alcoholic fermentation also CO2 get released. And option D is that lactate fermentation, during lactate fermentation lactic acid is formed, and it is formed by the homofermenting bacteria, but here CO2 release does not occur. So D is the correct answer, that is lactate fermentation. Question 42. Question 42 asks that end product of anaerobic respiration is. End product of anaerobic respiration is. If we go with the option A is given as glucose. Glucose is not end product anaerobic respiration, it is a start product, so it cannot be the end product. Option B is given as pyruvic acid. Pyruvic acid is the end product of glycolysis, not of anaerobic respiration, so it is incorrect. Option C is ethyl alcohol and CO2. So for production of ethyl alcohol and CO2 alcoholic fermentation occur. And before proceeding of alcoholic fermentation, glycolysis also occur. This combinedly called as anaerobic respiration. So the end product of ethyl alcohol and CO2 is the correct answer. D is given as none of this, so it is incorrect. So C is the correct answer. Next is question 43. Question 43 asks that cristae are associated with which of the following? You know that cristae are the folding of inner mitochondrial membrane. So they are a part of mitochondria. So C become correct answer, that is mitochondria. Question 44 asks that RQ means respiratory quotient of malic acid is. Now if we talk about the reaction of malic acid formula is C4H6O5, and for breakdown of 3 O2 are used, 4 CO2 are produced along with 3 water molecules. So if we talk about the RQ is defined as volume of CO2 evolved upon volume of O2 consumed. Now here CO2 are evolved are 4 and O2 is consumed are 3. So if we take a 4/3 ratio, it becomes 1.3. So 1.3 become the correct answer. So option C is correct answer, that is 1.33 is the RQ of malic acid. Question 45. Question 45 asks that which effect are of gibberellin? Means we have to identify the effect of gibberellin. Now A is given as it help overcome apical dominance. The apical dominance is overcome by cytokinin, not by gibberellin. B statement is given as it delays senescence, thus the fruit can be left on the tree longer. Yes, it is correct, as it delays senescence, so fruit can left on the tree and the marketing period for farmers can be increased. Option C is given that it increases the length of axis. Yes, it increases the length of axis by the internode elongation. D is given as it is used to speed up the malting process in brewing industry. Yes, it increases the malting process or malt yield increased. E is given as that it induces parthenocarpy. It is incorrect. And F is given as it promote female flower in cucumbers. Here it is wrong. It promote male flower. It is responsible for inducing a male flower. Only exceptional, only different of this. Other auxin, cytokinin and ethylene are responsible for the femaleness. So B, D, and B, C, and D are the hormone which are the effects which are shown by the gibberellin. So C is the correct answer.